Hello everyone, welcome to day 20th of October Lead Code Challenge, and today's question is reverse words in a string. It's a medium level question on Lead Code, however I feel it's an easy question. Let's try and understand the question together. We are given a string of English characters and there is a definition of word that is given to us. A word is defined as a sequence of non-space characters. So how do you categorize a word? It will have a space on its left and it on its right. So let's take one example. Sky would be defined as a word because on its left we have a space, on its right we have a space. What do we need to do in this question? We need to return a string of words in the reverse order concatenated by a single space. Also, there is a note that is given in the question. S may contain leading or trailing spaces. Leading means before the string at the starting of it, trailing means at the end of it, and multiple spaces between two words. The returned string should only have a single space separating the word. Do not include any extra space. So this is a very important point that we should remember while solving the question. Let's try and understand it by an example. And let's take this example only. S is given to us as the sky is blue. What we need to do? We need to reverse this string separated by words. So blue should come first, then is, then sky, then the. Let's take this example. Hello world. We have leading and trailing spaces in the input string S. What we will do? We will trim the leading and trailing spaces first of all, and then once we have hello world as a string, we will reverse it word by word. Now, without much ado, let's look at the coding section and I'll be explaining there how to go about it. Reverse words in a string, lead code 191. And let's take the same example that was specified in the question. We can talk about handling trailing cases. It's just trimming the string, but let's talk about the basic case where the string is given to us as the sky is blue. We need to return the answer as blue is the sky. Let's talk about an unoptimized way of solving this question that comes to everybody's mind of using extra space. So what I'll do, I will extract each word one by one, and once I have those words, I'll store them in a stack or a list. For example, let's assume that I'm storing them in the form of a stack, and the first word that gets formed is the. So I'll store the in the stack. Then I have sky. Then I'll store sky. Then is, and then blue. So I have separated the entire string into words and I have stored each word in a stack. Now what I'll do, I will pull out the elements of the stack one by one. So I'm trying to build my answer array. So the first word that gets pulled out is blue. So I'll have blue added to my answer array and followed by a space because I have more elements. So blue plus space gets added, then is gets added, then space gets added with each iteration. So these two are gone. Then sky plus space because these should be separated by a space, and then the. Followed by a space, and in the end this is the string that gets formed. Blue space is space sky space the space. What you can do, you can trim this string before returning it as the answer, and it will give you blue is sky the. Pretty simple and straightforward. The only caveat here is it is utilizing a lot of extra space, order of n. For each input string that is of size n, we need an extra space of size n. Can we improvise it? The answer is yes. How? Let's look at it. Let's take the same case. I have added extra spaces in this input string so that you get a better understanding of one of the corner case. The first thing that I'm going to do is to trim this input string. So this gets trimmed. Now we have the sky is blue, and in the next step I'll simply reverse the whole string. So what would be my updated string? My updated string would be E ULB space SI space YKS space EHT. This is my updated reversed string of my of the input string that was given to me. And then what I'm gonna do, I'll iterate one by one, and for each word that gets formed, I will reverse this separately. So this string gets reversed. We have blue, space remains as it is gets reversed, SI gets reversed, is gets formed. Then we have a space, then this gets reversed, which is sky, so sky gets formed, SKY. Then we have THE, and this is what our intended answer is. I hope you understood this algorithm. This is also pretty simple and straightforward. We are just reusing the space that was allocated to the input string to finally build our solution. Now let's look at the coding section. I'll be talking about the first approach because I want you guys to solve it by the second approach that I communicated. I solved this question long time back, I think somewhere in the month of July, and I today just solved it using the same code. So let's look at it. I extracted all the characters of the input string into a char array. I created a stack. I created a word string, and till the time my I is less than the input length, I keep on moving ahead till the time the ith character is a space. So this is handling the case for leading spaces. Then I go ahead and check if my till the time my input word is not equal to space. That means a word is getting formed. So I keep on adding the character in my word string. And now since I have formed or completed one word, I added it onto the stack. I update the word to null for the next iteration to happen. So once I'm out of this loop, all the words have been added onto my stack. I created an answer string. Till the time my stack is not empty, I pop out element from the stack, I add it to my answer, and I return the trimmed answer as my final output. Let's try this up. 56 milliseconds, not that efficient. I am aware of the fact because I'm using extra space here in terms of uh, having a stack. Stack is adding to the complexity in terms of time. Uh, Therefore, it's not a very good approach of solving it. But the other approach that I communicated in the presentation, guys, please try that up. It's not that complicated. It's just more of the code extensive thing. This brings me to the end of today's session. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for viewing it. Have a great day ahead and stay tuned for more updates from Coding Decoded. I'll see you tomorrow with another fresh question, but till then, goodbye.